Did you know that Wyoming has the smallest population of all U.S. states? It's true. Wyoming's entire population is only about 578,000 people. To put that in perspective, that's 14 times smaller than New York City, 7 times smaller than Los Angeles, and 5 times smaller than Chicago. Some states have small populations because they have less land, but that's not the case with Wyoming. It's actually the 10th largest state by area, making its tiny population even more surprising. For comparison, Wyoming is about 11 times larger than New Jersey, yet its population is much smaller. Even Rhode Island and Delaware, the smallest states by land area, have more than double Wyoming's population. Long before it became part of the U.S., the area now known as Wyoming was home to Native Americans for thousands of years. Wyoming officially entered American history when it became a U.S. territory in 1868. The Wyoming Territory was created from parts of Utah, Delaware, and Idaho. Much of its land was originally acquired through the Louisiana Purchase. Wyoming is located in the American West and played a key role in the country's expansion. It was part of the famous Oregon Trail, which helped establish settlements on the West Coast. Despite its small population, Wyoming has a rich history and is known for its stunning natural beauty, wide-open spaces, and iconic landmarks like Yellowstone National Park. Though it may not be crowded, Wyoming's history and contribution to the U.S. make it a state worth knowing about. Wyoming didn't officially become a U.S. state until July 20th, 1890. Surprisingly, its small population was the main reason for the delay. At that time, the U.S. government required territories to have at least 60,000 residents before they could apply for statehood. Wyoming struggled to meet this requirement. Joseph Carey, the state's delegate at the time, even exaggerated the population numbers to convince Congress to grant Wyoming statehood. Eventually, Wyoming became the 44th state in the U.S. But why has Wyoming always had such a small population? There are a few reasons for this. First, the state's tough climate and challenging geography made it less appealing for early settlers. Wyoming is a dry state with harsh winters, cold temperatures, and snowy conditions. Its rugged, mountainous terrain also made it difficult for people to settle and farm. Another reason is how the land in Wyoming was used. From the beginning, large portions of the state's land were controlled by the U.S. government, energy companies, and railroad corporations. This left less land available for people to settle, build cities, or grow communities. As a result, Wyoming didn't attract as many people as other states did during its early years. Even after more than a century as a state, Wyoming hasn't seen much population growth. The state is often seen as more of a resource hub or a place to pass through, rather than a place to live. That said, Wyoming is known for its incredible natural beauty, wide-open spaces, and breathtaking landscapes. While not ideal for everyone, it's a dream destination for people who love nature and quiet living. Most Americans seem to prefer living in places that offer more amenities, attractions, and opportunities. However, even the biggest city in Wyoming, Cheyenne, only has about 65,000 residents, and it doesn't offer many amenities or attractions compared to larger cities in the U.S. We'll dive into more about Cheyenne shortly, but it's important to note that Wyoming's other major cities are even smaller. For example, Casper has 58,000 residents, Gillette has 32,000, and Laramie, the fourth largest city, has only 31,000 residents. Cheyenne, with a metropolitan population of 100,000 people, is not just the largest city in Wyoming, it's also the state capital. Despite its small size, Cheyenne is known for being a safe city with low unemployment rates. It offers more economic opportunities than any other city in Wyoming. It's also the home of well-known companies like Taco John's, Greenhouse Data, and Sierra Trading Post. The median household income in Cheyenne is $68,000, and the median home price is $369,000. Cheyenne is growing at a rate of about 2% annually, which is above the national average. While Cheyenne is growing steadily, the rest of Wyoming is not seeing much growth, which seems strange given that the state offers incredible landscapes and open spaces. The lack of population growth across the state is puzzling, especially since Cheyenne itself is thriving. With its low crime rate, opportunities for work, and safe environment, it's surprising that other areas of the state are not growing as much. People tend to prefer places where they have access to things like entertainment, jobs, and other facilities. And Wyoming's large, wide-open spaces seem to lack those attractions for most people. In short, while Cheyenne is growing at a healthy pace and offers plenty of opportunities, the rest of Wyoming is struggling with low population growth. Many people continue to choose to live in states with larger cities and more attractions, which makes it harder for Wyoming to grow despite its natural beauty and space. Wyoming offers a unique lifestyle, and when you think about its benefits, it's easy to see why some people are drawn to it. For starters, Wyoming has no state income tax, which means residents get to keep more of their earnings. It also has a growing energy sector that provides plenty of job opportunities. On top of that, Wyoming is a popular tourist destination, thanks to its stunning outdoor attractions. The state is famous for activities like skiing, hiking, and kayaking. Most of Yellowstone National Park, America's first national park, is located in Wyoming, drawing visitors who want to escape the hustle and bustle of big cities. Despite its natural beauty and economic perks, Wyoming's population remains small. One reason is that the state isn't actively trying to attract more residents. Wyoming is financially stable, with billions of dollars saved in rainy day funds, and its energy economy continues to grow. The people of Wyoming seem perfectly happy with their wide-open spaces and slower pace of life. In fact, this relaxed lifestyle is a major reason why many people choose to live there. With only 5.85 people per square mile, Wyoming offers a level of freedom and privacy that's hard to find elsewhere. Living in Wyoming is all about embracing the great outdoors and a simpler way of life. It's not a place for those looking for the fast-paced excitement of urban living. Instead, it's ideal for those who value peace, quiet, and breathtaking natural scenery. In Wyoming, you don't feel the need to rush or compromise. Instead, you can enjoy a life of comfort and space. For those seeking a fresh start or a different perspective, heading west to Wyoming might just be the answer. It's a place where you can connect with nature, breathe in the fresh mountain air, and discover the true meaning of freedom. Whether you're drawn by the lack of crowds, the financial benefits, or the incredible opportunities for adventure, Wyoming has a special charm that's hard to resist. Before you go, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Share this video with friends and family who might enjoy it too.